Welcome everyone to the channel. If you're brand new or you're coming back for another video, thank you so much for tuning into this video and checking out this early review of a movie that is scheduled to come out on the 26th of November, but thanks to my local cinema, Cineworld, I got an early screening of this movie tonight, and the film is called Pirates, which is directed by Reggie Yates and is also written by Reggie Yates. So if you're brand new here, my name is Mike and the channel is Did You See That? And I was excited to check out this movie Pirates because I didn't really have any idea what it was about, so I would have liked to have had like a bit of knowledge going into the experience. And I also found out this is a British movie, so it's really cool to also support a British movie by a director who's making a first feature-length full directorial debut, as Reggie Yates has only worked on short movies previously, but he has also dabbled in some acting and animation and also a couple of episodes of Doctor Who, because on my channel I've talked to several first-time directors which you can find in the live stream section on the channel. So the plot of Pirates is the world's shortest road movie, follows three 18-year-old friends on their journey from North to South London on New Year's Eve of 1999. The main cast we've got in this movie: Elliot, Edusah, if I pronounce that correctly, who plays a character called Cappo, and he's previously starred in Outside the Wire in 1917. Jordan Peters, who starred in Blue Story and called the Midwife, where he plays a character called Tonne. And we've also got Reda, Elazouar, if I pronounce that correctly, and also starred in Outside the Wire with Elliot, Edusah, if I pronounce it correctly, and Voyagers, and he plays a character called Kidda. Kassius Nelson, who plays Sophie, and she starred in Last Night in Soho, and a series of unfortunate events. Going into this movie and actually learning about our main cast in this movie, pretty cool to see that a lot of them have had some big features in big movies, some of them that's come out this year, and some of them that came out last year. So really a diverse range of cast. And overall, what did they bring to this film? And what are my overall thoughts on Pirates? Well, let me just say overall, I enjoyed this movie. I found it to just be a pleasant, easy watch. It is 80 minutes long, so it isn't going to stretch any kind of massive run times or kind of overstay its welcome, as I didn't feel like it overstayed its welcome. I actually found it to be kind of a welcoming, just kind of turn off your mind kind of movie. It was really enjoyable, and it goes sometimes for this outrageous, ridiculous concept of just a comedy, or in terms of the dialogue, it goes for this ridiculous comedy, and it has grounded moments. It also has some serious moments as well, and I think overall Reggie Yates did a great job in balancing all that out. Now I will say that our three main leads, Elliot, Jordan and Reda, because it's going to be easy to pronounce their names that way, is Cappo, Tonne and Kidda. I thought they were great. I felt like they really embodied the year 1999. Well, at that point I was 9 years old. I do remember like the old, flip phones that they had, and like the old Nokias which had Snake, which is referenced in this movie, and it certainly gave a little bit of like a nostalgia trip, and it definitely pays homage to that in a great way, whether it's in some Easter eggs on like a poster at a bus stop, or whether it is actually seeing the phone itself. And I felt like the chemistry between our three male leads was fantastic. They generally felt as if they were close friends, and it resembled that throughout the movie at points, even if they were going for some outrageous dialogue, or whether it's the grounded type of the dialogue that go into like more of a serious manner. I felt like they executed it pretty well, and the script written by Reggie Yates matched that kind of tone, what maybe people would have said in the year 1999. So I appreciate that he kind of took it back in time to kind of have this feeling to it, and I really felt like for most part that played off. And also we get like some supporting cast in this, which is awesome. Youssef Kerkour as Uncle Ibbs, Aaron Shosanya. We've also got Shiloh. One of the biggest shout outs I've got to give in this movie is to Rachel Clark, who helps with the cinematography, and she's actually helped on movies like Black Panther, The Batman coming out next year, Fast and Furious, Dune, so many big titles I did not know about whatsoever. And I feel like background crew, including the cinematography of Rachel Clark, deserve a big round of applause for their contributions into this, because what I'm also going to say is that the stylistic music choices that play throughout the movie really matches the tone and the pace of how this movie plays out. And I really like the music choices as well, because it really kind of embedded this feel of New Year's Eve in 1999, but also was a really stylistic soundtrack going on as well, which really kind of just gave the movie more of a positive vibe around it, especially as our three friends are having a great time. They're having, for the most part, a pretty good laugh as well. So I really felt that kind of resemblance going on in the movie, while the soundtrack also played, and the cinematography of capturing London in the year 1999, for the most part, was played out pretty well, and I actually really enjoyed it, and I kind of felt like I was kind of going back in time, which this movie was trying to execute, and I kind of felt like that for most part. So the only negative I've actually got with Pirates, which affected it a little bit for me, but not too much to take away overall from the movie from you actually checking it out, is I felt at odd little times the dialogue didn't fully work in terms of the comedy or the comedy gags that they were going for. Don't get me wrong, the comedy for the most part is pretty good. It certainly got me like kind of chuckling a couple of good times, but at sometimes I just didn't get a laugh out of it. It was a little bit cringy. The only other kind of negative that I've got, the ending and how it kind of wraps up overall. Don't get me wrong, I like the message. I felt like the message from, I would say about 90% of it worked really well. There was something that overall builds throughout this movie. We get to the ending and it kind of didn't fully land the execution. Would I recommend Pirates? Yeah, I think it was honestly a blast. I had fun with this. It was an easy 80-minute movie watch for me. I didn't feel bored throughout. I didn't feel like it overextended its welcome. And it's certainly a movie that in the future I would like to go back and revisit. My overall score for Pirates is... So if you've seen the movie yourself, or if you're planning to see the movie, leave your comments down below and let me know what you thought of the movie, or if you're excited to check out this movie as well. In the meantime, please give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.